Hi, my name is Frank Marone. Now, just to give you a bit of background on myself, I started out as a music engineer recording film scores, contemporary pop albums, jazz, and rock. And then I moved into post-production sound, did Foley recording, editing, and re-recording. Now, some of the projects that I've worked on are Sleepy Hollow, Bransom, Sex and the City, Lost for all 6 seasons, and Last Resort.
Frank Marone started his career mixing music for film scores as well as jazz, rock, and country albums. His music projects include Amin Bhatia's 5.1 mix, The Interstellar Suite, 3 Days Again, The Best of Lighthouse remix, and a Christmas Story soundtrack. He has received a Platinum album for his contributions to the Camp Rock soundtrack. From music mixing, he transitioned to film and television post-production, initially editing music and dialogue and then moving into re-recording mixing. In 1995, he accepted a position at Todd A.O. New York Mixing Film and Television, where he also lectured for the New York University Film School. He moved to Los Angeles in 2004 to work with J.J. Abrams on Lost, and has since mixed several projects for Sony and Disney, as well as freelance projects for several other studios. He has written articles for industry publications, including Mix Magazine and Canadian Musician. He has collaborated on product development with DigiDesign, Mac DSP, M Audio, and lectures at well-known institutes across North America for Avid, such as University of Southern California, Full Sail University, and Tribeca Flashpoint Media Arts of Academy. He has been elected to serve on several key industry organization boards of directors, including Academy of Television Arts and Science, Motion Picture Editors Guild, Motion Picture Sound Editors, and Cinema Audio Society. Frank Marone is a big fan of Avid, as he makes most of his sounds on this software. As I mentioned earlier, Frank Marone gives lectures on Avid all across North America, including very recently in LA Film School, and to the world through free Avid tutorial website. Frank Marone owns a huge studio in Los Angeles, where he records sounds for most of his movies and TV shows. He currently works for Sony Pictures Entertainment as a re-recording mixer, prior to which he used to work for Walt Disney Studios. He currently holds the position of President of FGM Productions, Vice President of Motion Pictures Sound Editor, and he is a part of Board of Directors of Motion Pictures Editor Guild, Cinema Audio Society, and Academy of Television Arts and Science. His notable work includes Emmy Award-winning The Kennedys and Lost, Oscar-winning documentary When We Were Kings. Feature film he won award for is Sleepy Hollow, and most recently he worked for the TV program Cooper, Raising Hope, and The Last Resort. He won and nominated for many awards. Here is a short list of his awards. Let's look at his award-winning mini clip of the Candies episode.
Well, if it's a boy, how about Patrick?
Patrick Joseph for your father?
Oh, I was thinking of Patrick Bouvier for yours.
Thank you.
It's beautiful up here, isn't it?
Stay a few more days.
No, I can't.
Let's watch again. Here we see footsteps, door slam,
It's a boy.
and the beach environment where there is sounds of waves,
Patrick Joseph for your father?
birds humming but they are not visible,
Patrick Bouvier for yours.
and there are light footsteps on the beach sand.
It's beautiful up here, isn't it?
Here is the references where I researched my information about Frank Marone. Now, I would like to conclude my presentation with this very brief interview.
So, Frank, what brings you around these parts this evening?
I'm nominated for Person of Interest.
Get out of here.
I am very lucky because we have a lot of great shows in our category this year, and it sounds like a cliche, but it's just an honor to be in their company and hanging out with them.
And tell us about the particular episode that you were nominated for. Challenges, what did you have to deal with here to make it so smooth?
Well, the show, it was the pilot that we're nominated for, and it's shot in New York City.
Which has its own challenges.
The noise floor in New York City is tough for any sound production mixer to get, but it was, I think it's a great show, and I think it turned out great. So we're keeping our fingers crossed.
What gets you going in the morning when you're off to work and you're excited to be there? What about that process just revs you up?
Well, I think there's no 2 days with what we do that are alike, and I think, the having to meet deadlines, having to get a certain amount of work done, it keeps your adrenaline going, and I love what I do. I can't imagine doing anything else.
When your show's on hiatus, how do you fill your time?
I try not to go on hiatus. I've always been very fortunate that, during our hiatuses, I'm working on other projects, and this, when we went on hiatus on one particular show, I started doing a music album, and we were mixing it in 5/1, so that was a lot of fun.
Thank you.